Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new AMX50B, which was pretty much fully updated in the new update of 10.3. So now we're going to be jumping into the game and seeing what really happened to this tank, because the main point is that this tank now looks like a light/medium tank. So if you look at your screen now, you'll be able to see that this is now the AMX50B from the perspective of a standard heavy tank without high penetration. As you can see frontally, this tank has become very, very weak. So the turret is no longer going to do random ricochets like it used to. Maybe the gun will, but apart from that, the frontal hull is no longer going to be strong at all. Now, this is very, very annoying, at least to an AMX50B player like me, because what does this mean? This means that I can't use the armor to my advantage, because before, as I've said many, many times, I would poke around the corner with the frontal armor of the AMX50B, and a lot of people would shoot, assume that the AMX50B is doesn't have any armor. They would shoot, but it would ricochet off. Now, even if you shoot the red spots, as you saw there, it'll ricochet right into the turret, which again has no armor. So it really doesn't make much sense in this regard, right? What did we get in return, though? Maybe Wargaming gave us something really, really, really good. So they did buff the weapon handling. So now the aim time is a little bit worse than the T57 Heavy. So the AMX50B has 1.63 without any of the equipment, right? And the T57 Heavy has 1.54. Again, this is without any of the major equipments. If you compare these two numbers, I mean, the AMX50B is going to be a little bit, just a tiny bit worse than the T57, but the dispersion is going to be better, again, by a tiny bit from the T57 as well. So both tanks basically have very similar weapon handling. One thing to note is that the AMX50B does have a much better weapon handling system, so both aim time and accuracy is better than that of the FV4005. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, when it comes to mobility, guys, this tank has 50 kilometers forward. This is more than both the T57 Heavy and the FV4005. On top of that, this tank has very high penetration for a heavy tank. So it has 270 if you obviously put the penetration, right, into your equipment. And of course, on top of that, this tank has 4 shells with a 2.73 second interclip. Now, this is very, very important, because now you're going to be able to kill tanks at a much faster rate than before. Thank God that the weapon handling with 4 shells has been buffed, but also the interclip has been reduced, guys. This is going to mean a lot for the AMX50B, and now this tank is going to be much better at killing tanks. It's not like this tank blocked a lot of shots with its armor anyway. It's just an inconvenience that the armor is gone. But this is very, very good, because the DPM has now increased, right? And on top of that, your interclip has been reduced while the weapon handling has been buffed. In my opinion, the AMX50B is going to be much better played by, some skilled players rather than newer players. Because newer players, as I say many times, rely a lot on the armor profile of a tank. In this case, the AMX50B is going to be specifically for very, very good players or above average players in order to carry the game, because this tank has no armor whatsoever. The sides can be HE'd, no problem. The side of the turret can be HE'd, no problem. The front of the turret or the hull will no longer hold any shots against enemy fire. Therefore, you're really going to have to test yourself out there and be more cautious. So, to me, this update seems pretty decent. I don't know about you, so tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. And with that, Happy is out, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye-bye.